unbelievable. But one way he does it is he's creative offensively. He's able to get to the line. And as you see by the numbers, over the past 3 seasons, he is by far the leader in getting to the free throw line with his free throw attempts. It is ridiculous. Russell Westbrook, his former teammate, is right there, but Harden is clearly head and shoulders above everybody else. So what we're going to do right now, we're out here on the court for a reason. The coach, Derek Fisher, is going to demonstrate the techniques that the bearded one uses to get to the court because, hey, we got to get this knowledge, and you got it all.
That's a tough task.
He's a lefty, and we have a volunteer right now. Sekou Smith is going to demonstrate right here, and I'm just going to sit back and watch.
All right, well, let's come out this way as we take a look at James Harden here going right and literally wrapping his left arm around Paul Millsap's inside hand there. You see Millsap right arm away from his body. James Harden locks his left arm around his, right? And so when you think about this, we used to hand check before, right? We played defense. So to replace the hand checking, a lot of players have gone to this type of position so that hand is not out. So now James is feeling what used to be an arm bar on his body. They have to come off his body now for freedom of movement with the rules. So as he's driving right, he sees that arm away from your body, and he now comes up as though he's getting ready to go into his shooting motion on his way downhill, and the referees are trained to watch the defender. That's who is going to cause more problems for the referee is the defender, not the offensive player. So they look up, they see the defender's arms wrapped around the offensive player. That's a foul on the defender. And he's become one of the most crafty offensive players at creating fouls that I've ever seen. So he used multiple ways of doing it. That's one way that he does it. There's another way when he's penetrating downhill, whether it's right or left. So let's say he's going to his left this time. He's driving to the basket, and he shows this ball to Sekou. Sekou feels like, hey, I got quick hands. I can get this steal. Soon as he extends, he's coming across. Boom, arms come up, right into another foul situation.
He does it all the time. That's the thing about it. Fish, I'm stunned that these guys have not caught on. These defenders have not caught on. And I love when, when the Lakers earlier this year, they were like, hands behind the back. Like, the only way to do this is hands behind the back, because if you stick it out there for James Harden, even if there's no real contact, he can exaggerate it and sell fouls to the official. I know some people don't like that. Smart basketball, though, when you consider if Kobe or Michael got a chance to play in an era where freedom of movement was an emphasis.
Oh, my goodness.
So
listen, it would have been crazy.
It would have been crazy. So we've seen the demonstration, hand check, no hand check, arm bar extended. But what about the world famous step back that he's known for? We got to demonstrate that.
Well, for Harden, it's gone from step back to side step, right? So as a left-handed player, now that I've created foul situations, your hands have to stay off of my body. I step sideways to get a little bit of separation from you. Now when you contest, I stick the leg out a little bit. Kind of looks like my natural shooting motion.
Kind of.
George Hill didn't even leave the floor that time. But because James Harden wasn't able to come straight back down, foul called on George Hill. This time, JaMychal Green trying to slide with him. You see the side step to create the separation, which automatically as a defender, you want to close that gap. And the minute that he feels you jumping towards him, again, he jumps forward, extends his arms out like a normal shot-looking motion, foul on the defender. And so for a left-handed player, more comfortable with the ball in the right hand because I can get into my left elbow pocket quicker. So if Sekou now, I've gotten fouls on Sekou a couple times, so he doesn't want to get too close. So as James Harden is patting it, all of a sudden he has this ball here in the right. He steps to the side. Now you see this gap. When he goes up, Sekou tries to close it, and I'm coming into Sekou's body and knocking him around, and that's a foul on Sekou.
Right.
I'm going to get 3 free throws.
That step back is amazing. He'll definitely go down the line.
Did he create this? I'm trying to remember, is there another player who used the step back? Now you see Luka Doncic, you see other players doing it, their own version of it, but who employed this tool like this prior to James Harden? I don't remember anybody really going to it as often as he does.
I don't know if he created it, but he definitely has pioneered what looks to be more of a side step. For a long time, we were taught to step back, drive the defender that way, step back this way.
Which is, in turn, a more difficult shot to take if you're stepping back.
Much more difficult. Yeah. The side step, which is Harden is doing, really allows you to still stay more square to the basket and then I think be able to add some multiple dribble moves behind that. So real smart evolution by Harden.
The evolution also, he's allowed to maybe take a step or two extra.
Stop it. We saw Steph try it. Didn't
we
work.
saw Steph try it.